Hello students, so today I am here to discuss some of the caricatures of chapter Politics of Planned Development. To tell you one thing, that a cartoon picture on the politics of a country was considered as one of the finest and one of the highest expressions till date. So today we will go to the first picture of the chapter. I have taken these couple of pictures from the NCERT textbook. So moving on to our first picture, wherein you can see here that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's caricature has been made and he is being pulled by his ministry, which denotes public sector, whereas on the other end or at the other end you can see a bulky minister which is referred to the private sector. So this particular picture shows that how there was a comparative study going on between the private and the public sectors. There was a lot of criticism among the people that which one is the best. So we will just study the questions and the answers. You can find these questions and answers in the PDF that I will be providing you. If you want, you can note it down and you can learn them as they have been written. So what message does the cartoon convey? Cartoon is trying to make a balance between the private and the public sectors to maintain the growth of an economy adopted by India. If you remember, students, that our country adopted a mixed model of development. We did not go towards the capitalism or the capitalist model as adopted by USA, and we did not prefer the socialist model as was adopted by many of the member countries of USSR. I hope you know that USSR means Soviet Union. The second question, name the person who is making efforts to balance both the sectors. So he is none other than Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the Prime Minister in that phase. Going on to the third question, how was both these sectors balanced? So Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru made a balance between both these sectors by adopting a model of mixed economy to coexist the private and the public sector. Coexisting the private and the public sectors would mean that some of the main key issues were in the hands of the government, while there were certain issues of state importance which were given to the private industries so that they can make profit and they can also compete with the global market. Moving on to our next picture. Herein, this picture again I have taken from the textbook, and it shows you one of the clippings, one of the newsprints of the Hindustan Times in those days. Question number 1 says about which state the clipping is talking about. So herein we are talking about the state of Bihar. If you remember, students, then there was a food crisis in Bihar, because of which there was an instant outcome of green revolution. Because of the food crisis in this particular state, the government thought that there has to be some policy, there has to be some revolution which can increase the agriculture production in the entire country. So the answer to this question is Bihar. What is food crisis? Food crisis is the unavailability of the sufficient food or the food shortage. So you can write it in your own words also, that a food crisis is a crisis of food. That means the unavailability of food, and you know that the unavailability of food is like a web. When you don't get proper nutritious food, then you are not able to think well, you are not able to develop well, your mind gets stuck, and you cannot educate your children well, you cannot provide them with good health opportunities, and so on and on. So it's like a web. You must have studied this in economics also. What were the main reasons for food crisis? So the main reasons were the high prices of the food items and the zoning policy by the government. Coming to the last question, is India now sufficient in food production? Yes. Due to green revolution and white revolution, India is now self-sufficient in its food development. I'll remind you that the result of the green revolution was not a balanced result. It did not affect positively all the states of the country, but There were few states like Punjab, Haryana and North UP which were most benefited, while the other states did not benefit much. Still, the effects of the green revolutions were positive, and the white revolution, which was a dairy production altogether in the state of Orissa and Gujarat, were altogether very successful, and from a deficient milk producing country, the quantity of the milk production in the country doubled up in its liters. Then we are moving on to the map. It says on a political map of India, locate and label the following and symbolize them as indicated. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, they are already marked in front of you, and I'll just move on to the slide and show you what are the questions and the answers. The state that is prone to the food crisis during independence days, as we had discussed just now, it was Bihar. So you need to mark Bihar. Then the state adopted decentralization, it was Kerala, and the state where people protested against the POSCO plans, it was Orissa, and the state where white revolution took place, it was Gujarat. So like this is just one map, but like this you can get many other questions based on the India's political map, and therein you need to know the specific places, the specific states. So what you need to study is how to locate specific states on a political map of India. I hope students that you will be able to do it well, and if there is any query, please tell me frankly in our group chat and via WhatsApp, or you can contact me any time of the day. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.